everyone. Welcome in. Good to see you all. Stream will be starting shortly. I am excited to be here today. I hope everybody is having a good Monday. Hopefully my mic is working. I think it is. Okie dokie, let's get started. This time starting on time. Look at that. Look at that, look at that.
Well, well, what brings you here, my friend?
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye, we've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Pah! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Hilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General, you wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Our hunt for the ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily. But one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levier. We return from Ul'dah, Commander. And not a moment too soon, something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. God damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foreman with dignity. They have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives. Yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Eliane of the Fourth lies in wait in the tangle near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out and she will apprise you of the situation. Ooh, the tangle! Oops. Clicking buttons on my mouse. You would aid us in the rescue mission? We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Rahish and hauling her away to the castrum yonder, outnumbering us as we were. It was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Rahish, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Rahish before it is too late. And I'm probably butchering the way that is pronounced, but oh well. Where am I? Thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit this accursed place, Rahish cannot move with these wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will only be happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the cast room, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak once again. We are safely outside these walls. And now on to the second one. On to the third. Hello, Ribby. Welcome in. I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friends. My friend, you have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Rahish is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission success to Commander Lavalier, and I shall go ahead to the Rising Stones. Hopefully we make quite a bit of progress today. We're halfway through ARR, post-ARR rather. So this is good. It does me well to see you thus returned, though I doubt not your prowess. Entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission, as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Zia. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Rahesh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Zia, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I am afraid that there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Karthus. I have been granted an audience with the Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity, Zia, an audience with the ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Emmerich wishes to meet the woman behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. That descendant should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Karthus. Mayhap you feel this is to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to nobler use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. A meeting with the Ishgardian ambassador. By all means, I think it is a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity as of late. If Alphanod believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Ascendant, I take it Zia has explained the situation. She has, yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to be which I have been given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Abalathia's spire, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance formed in the wake of Alhamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas, even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartno, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall, as once fell Alhamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so, rather than the lowly messengers we have been forbid off with in the past. This time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of irrefutable truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Zia. Our old friend, Lord Harchefant, is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further integrated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. I do not have other maps unlocked yet in this area. So this will be interesting. Azia, ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been soaked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Ah, good Master Alphanod, an honor as always. Likewise, Lord Harchefant. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any debts accrued have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fortemps may even seek the aid of your newly formed crystal braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped us to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand, Sir Emmerich arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtlessly weary from your journey and desirous to rest by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. I think I just butchered that word too, but whatever. English is not my language today. We have been expecting you, madame. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean Alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the suppliers House Forton has offered to Revenant's toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this? The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord. What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
Again. Not surprised. It happened once. It was gonna happen again. So just when we started to make progress, and to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Hertefont and find out what he has learned. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Ereven's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm, and we must act swiftly, as Lord Harchefant said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have an knack for discerning hidden truths, Zia. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for a Lord Harchefant bid you speak with us. Then you must beg your pardon, Scion. As you can see, we have nary a crate behind. Tip the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it, though a damned sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. I but pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis aught but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. No, not in there. Is it in here? No? As I am getting confused as to where to go. Is it up here? Ooh, lucky cat. Thank you. You've come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. The leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melted snow. Just a young girl, I thought. Some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same. Why else would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead, and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't... I mean... They'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Lots of running around. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion, Master Alphanod? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who laid down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Horchefant, what was the caravan's cargo? If I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge has requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Horchefant, you would agree that discretion is of paramount concern. Of course. I trust you can count on your continued support, Master Alphanod. Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. Oh. I need to say hello to a friend. Hello. Do I not have wave on here? Oh, I do. Okay. I was like... Look at that gear. You guys, that glam is so good. Okay. Resistant attacks on our caravans seemed little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Menphilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, Zia, pray join me in White Brim Front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durandare have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may help us to determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Drillamont should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there then. Good. Black Sun says if we need help to call upon them. They are a friend from my main. I like that they found me. Oh, fancy Pegasus horse even. Not fair. All your fancy mounts and shit. I think we should be doing Shiva at some point today. We're playing till 3, I think. And it is only almost 1. So we have a couple more hours to go, you guys. I think it's upstairs. I don't know if Black Sun is teasing me or not, but they're telling me Katos uses cat mount. Yes. I am a cat that uses a cat mount. Except for Zia's actually a kitsune, just like me, just like my avatar. We be kitsunes. Kitsunes, that's why we have big ears. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn wish to join in the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We are all ears, Lord Drillamont. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, that self-same frozen wall which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whitebrim Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Emmerich. And so it begins, my friend, though I dare say it will prove all too brief of a collaboration. Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be a subtler means by which we can locate the heretic's lair. Mayhap Lord Drillamont has one in mind. Yes, yes. Excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. It seems as though we are always one step behind, our query ever just beyond our reach, though I would like to believe that the tables are about to be turned. I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort must succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the self-same result. Fortunately, we are not without other options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Ghislaine. We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in Whitebrim Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Gentremont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere, simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. Okie dokie. Ah, yes, back to the 2B. I swear that is Black Sun's favorite outfit. Hey, where in the seven hells are you? I'm freezing my bullocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the, bloody echo. Lower your voice, or they'll hear us in White Brim Front. Yes, of course. The Temple Knights are mumble in Snowcloak. This is what you bring me. We already knew about mumble. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels, mumble. Dead before you know what's happening. Nevertheless, mumble. If you waste my time again, is that clear? How many outfits do you have, Black Sun? Do you have all 20? I don't think I have 20 for this character yet. Okay. Well, did your investigation bear fruit? I see. I shall have the main man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Sigh. Would that you could have heard their words more clearly. Yet the few snatches you were able to make out are none the less enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Durandare knights are on patrol in the area, and I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemies' numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you could consent to assist my knights with the search. I know they would take courage from the presence of so storied a warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If Hulanate is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Izia. The lives of our allies are at stake. Ooh, a whale. Through here. Black Sun could probably just one hit all of these. Yeah, hide behind me.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
Okay, okay. I actually have some cream soda Mountain Dew. Do some stretches. Oh. Oh. Love you. You too, honey. See you after work.
See you later.
Had to say goodbye to Ty. He was so quiet. I'd almost missed him on his lunch. Almost didn't even notice he was here. Okay, right. Gotta go back to the area. My knights sent no word of your coming, Zia. What has happened? What is that in your hand? By the Fury. Those were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered and... No, we have not the men to spare, not now. Not while Iceheart prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I'll wager they are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsman watch at our outpost in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. We could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now. But the heretics may already be in position. House Durandare must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. I can see no way to safeguard the lives of our allies. Time is of the essence, Zia. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloak and unawares. Superior training and equipment will avail them not if they are cut down ere their swords are drawn. But all is not yet lost. If you leave now, there may still be time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snowcloak and tell Sir Emmerich everything we have discovered. No, there is no... Oh. There is no exit at the top. Here we go this way. Yeah, this is a welcome surprise, perhaps the only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden. You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we suspect the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, I shall place my knights on high alert. As Commander Levier have been informed, the Braves must be made aware. It must be her, I am certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? 'Tis but a pity this discovery comes when our enemy has us at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we be, the heretics know the terrain far better than we. I dare not think how many are watching us at this very moment. Confound it. This is all wrong. Iceheart has us scrambling to save our own skins, when we should rightly be straining every sinew to find her and stop this damnable summoning. There she is. Come here, girl. That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Only my pride, Yida. There will be others nearby. We must see that they are given a similarly warm welcome. Commander Levier. There's been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrances to some half-dozen tunnels. After spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that is not all, sir. We think that one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics near flung themselves upon their swords to defend it. Aha! Just as I suspected, amongst this warren of tunnel lies the entrance to Iceheart's lair. Some of the others were going in. A moment, Alphinaud. That tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We cannot say with any certainty where it leads, much less what is waiting for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking here on the surface. What if they were to converge on this point after we entered the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say, greater numbers would be more a hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. A change of plans. While we rendezvous with Sir Emmerich and keep the heretics at bay here, you will go wherever that tunnel leads. If you find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown, So see that you are prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many or Papalimo will sulk. The entrance to the tunnel, madame, is just over here. Had we not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we would never have noticed it. Per Sir Emmerich's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that even should you encounter significant resistance, we cannot leave our post. Since Black Sun is here, we'll just have Black Sun join us. That should make the queue easier. Now if I can remember to do this. Oh, we can solo it? Okay. Do you want to unsync it? Can we unsync it? Or do we have to... You guys are going to see me unsync something. If I can remember how to do this. I think that's how you do it. Unrestricted party. And then... we should be able to do Snow Cloak unrestricted. It should still complete it, I hope. was trying to target them. I have cooldowns. Yes, thank you, Black Sun, for the help. So I literally feel like I am doing nothing at this point. At least it's going by faster, because I am so tired of being in post ARR. This is what happens when you have somebody who's like super over leveled. I'm not complaining, by the way. Oh. You picked it up first. I do like teeny chunks. Oh, thank goodness. 7 minutes instead of uh like I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes.
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light. Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart. This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light. I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost. In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn. It took longer than I expected. What news, Zia? So Iceheart is but a pseudonym, not that it matters. That she managed to escape is regrettable, but from your description of that beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now that you have cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Mayhap they will even find a route past the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fight against the heretics? The Crystal Braves would certainly share the credit for it too. 12 be praised, Zia. We may yet turn the situation to our advantage. Assuming we stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. Needless to say, our fellow Scions have not been idle. Minfilia and Uringer have been busy pursuing the archives of House Four Temps, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, If you are intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The Addisonant should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to this cold. Shiver. Addisonant, you came to us straight from the archives of House Four Temps. I trust your time there proved fruitful. Would that it had. Uringer and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one part, that she lay down with the dragon, the gravest of all sins, according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of our Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House Four Temps. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Emmerich might take issue with her methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that a tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I expected, Sir Emmerich. Least you misunderstand. I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Helon that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravonians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is a reunification of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required for all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, a different era, and Scripture tells us only so much. Would that it told us more. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait at the negotiating table, to be sure, less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mughal. The myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mughals' guard. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia, they have them both in abundance.
Can that truly be all that is required? My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the aetheryte Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she is teleported to another aetheryte somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second aetheryte, however, we have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport us as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternative route, most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let us not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlian may be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. While Minfilia looks into our aetheryte problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Karthus is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you, in case you were not aware. Hello, Taylor. Welcome in, Sleepy Dragon. Good, I knew you would understand. Yu Haste can praise you of the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. Temple Knights shall hold Snowcloak in their absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. There you are, Zia. Commander Levier instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the third hail from Ul'dah, and for a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nary a moment ago I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Denethon Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. I myself may be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Black Sun, do not give spoilers! No leaking information. No teasing. For shame. So my main is in
post Heaven Sword, so I have to be careful not to divulge too much information when doing streams for my followers and stuff. But I still don't know what happened to that character, and for shame, no leaking. And no, I don't. I do not have pictures. Because I don't look things up. Oh no, you did not. You better have did a spoiler alert on my Discord. Uh. You didn't. You just posted something and didn't. Oh no. We're chill. We're chill. I'm not mad or anything. I just. For shame. For shame. You better edit it. I'm not looking. Balls. My ankle is on fire. Caught my foot on a rock or something and twisted it as I fell. The others went on ahead through Donovan Pass. Hurry and you might catch up. If you aren't sure where to go, look for tracks. The snow is fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find. Where are we going? Supposed to be in this area. Oh, there it is. Southeast.
can't track shit. Zion, what are you doing here? The heretics, I'm not sure. There was a great scaled beast and cough cough you haste. I think he went east on his home. The heretics split up, so we did too. How embarrassing. I was so intent on checking the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me, and I got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest. And lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups and 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? They cannot possibly mean... One sec. Ugh. They cannot possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place. So we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Ooh, asthma. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I will need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. Yeah, Black Sun, I'm good. I just, I have coughing fits sometimes due to my asthma. Some people are used to it, and then new viewers are like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I actually need to take my inhalers right now. I have to take them at 2. So, it is 1:58. So I might as well take them right now. Nerubian. Love you too.
It's a soda, Nerubian. Rippy! Don't encourage him! You guys are awful. Black Sun's like, I'll join in. Okay. To the observatorium. And you are a menace, Nerubian. That is true. But I love you for it. It wouldn't be the same if you weren't. Gag. Oh, you can't handle affection. Poor Nerubian. As I try to find this quest marker. Where is that? Seriously? Well, fine then. Oh, yeah, that's fair, Nerubian. I am through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those bluecoats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Well, stay with her then if you think you'll fare any better. Now, there's no need for that. There are places like this in my homeland, sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep. No, I have done no wrong. None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will. We shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Fancy meeting you here, Zia. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither. What a tangled web, lest you wonder. We came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yagiri and her shinobi, we might never have been discovered this connection. Master Alphanot is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for this spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills which I am fortunate enough to possess, if you will allow it. I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. That is a most generous offer, Lady Yagiri, and one which I gladly accept. Thank you, though I may disappear for a time, know that shall never be far, and shall always be watching. In company thought. Come, Zia, let us wait inside for Captain Ilberd to return and deliver his report. Oh, trade? Why trade? What trade? I keep forgetting to eat food. Thank you. Captain Ilberd seemed confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The
Gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. Captain Ilbert, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man would tell us not that we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You'll recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came up to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs do not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those originally from House Thames. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowing, aiding, and abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved at least, but what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider, then, that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Raban's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames establishment? 'Tis the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Of the 3 grand companies, Oldaz was ever the more vulnerable to infiltration. Both Limsa, Lominsa, and Gridania have long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal ones, mined under the same leadership, only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Uldana's military was made up of desperate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Ruban faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known. Even after he had convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost, there remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing Sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now, eh? The Immortal Flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. The monetarists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding. 'Twas not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Hanael van Darnus' ambitions, any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they had never have risked supplying Raban with an army. 'Tis but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees are eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in the like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send words to Sir Emmerich informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' arbiters. Hopefully the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I am aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. As Commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me, Zia, as the realm's status champion. 'Tis only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the Ascendant has only given her consent, lest you worry. Like me, you are doubtlessly eager to conclude our business with Iceheart. But until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Menphilia and the Archons are spared no effort to secure an alternative route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me in Ofika's altar, and we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together. I have an instant transport to Gridania since it is my home. And with that, I am going to take a short break. Just like 2 to 3 minutes, and then I will be right back. Okie dokie. I am back. Just finishing up some, like, chips really quick. Too much hydration. I had to use the bathroom. And then I was like, I'm a little snacky too. Thank you, Ruby Frog. Okay. Yeah, the chips I had was some honey barbecue Fritos. My thanks for coming, Zia. When you are ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us the lotus stand. The alliance leaders await you at the lotus stand. Will you be joining them now? Yes, I will.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader, not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cardinal dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
It will not have escaped your notice that the nation of the Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly the threat of the resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them, and the reason for this deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all of the understandings they like, but their unity means little unless to the common folk. Take the Lomensians, for instance. Though Admiral Merleb outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling, wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Oldons scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Oldon society, Tledgy Adelegy, for example. That is beside the point. The fact is that people are wary of outsiders whether they have cause to be or not. Thank you, Black Sun, for the help, and thank you for watching. You enjoy your food and sleep. Have a good rest of your day. Bye. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict of Cartno is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something ambling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his list of suspects. By a happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Zia. All that remains is to corner our query. Seek out Ilbert near the Adder's Nest. He will give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Carthus, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Oop, I went too far. My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you. But we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Listen well, the spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Aline Roel, Raban's second in command. Prior to joining the Immortal Flame, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill was a polearm, had to be seen to be believed. Our Ishgardian birth, she is the highest ranked foreigner in the Immortal Flame, barring the Flame General himself, of course. Why he formed the Grand Company, Raban chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. The monetarists saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. And 'twas no secret that they did not favor foreigners, as guardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the alliance. Yet the monetarists did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when Braille was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the monetarists? But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Rael's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Raban attended the Council of Alliance Leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, yet here she is nonetheless, on some pretense. She's up to something, mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the Flames records for evidence of Rael's guilt. But if we can catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks. Every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely upon your eyes, Scion? You have my thanks. Let us go then, and take care not to alert our quarry. Brill is headed in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate with its me sign on. Hello? Oh no! Somebody used too many emojis. I'm sorry you got banned. I don't know how to unban. Moderator, quick! Do something! Thank you for the raid! I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Poor Muffin. I am so sorry. Well, welcome in, everyone. What were you playing? Final Fantasy is going great. Just doing some post ARR content. Oh, you are also playing Final Fantasy? Nice. This is my alt character. My main is in post Heaven Sword, but I don't stream the main story with my main character. I do crafting with my main character, and I just opened a venue with my main character. Oh, thank you. So I should be streaming some of my venue stuff on Friday in the morning, which is not the usual time that I stream. And then I'll be streaming at my normal time as well. Doing some I'm getting flustered. I'm getting nervous. Yeah, I just opened a venue.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
Thank you, thank you. I will do that. But yeah, some tasty cream soda Mountain Dew, because I'm really bad about drinking water. But yeah. okay, Zima. I'm on Famfrit, Primal Famfrit, and, both my main and my alt are on the same server, and, oh, okay. Let's try and do that. I was hoping Ribby Frog's a moderator. I was hoping he could do that, but... Can I find... Okay, there we go. I did it. Oh boy. Okay, so, but yeah, so, I'm gonna just hop over really quick and show you guys, my venue since you guys are all here. Yeah, too many emotes. I'm a little bit a fan of capybaras. Oh, thank you. And, so we're just gonna hop over really fast. And we'll window capture. If it'll do it. Oh, nope. That is not what it's supposed to be doing. Don't do that. Why are you doing that? Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. So this is my venue, Sunlit Sips, and it'll be opening on Friday. And it's on Primal Famfrit in the Lavender Beds on Ward 17, Plot 49. And it's open every day except Saturday in the mornings. So plenty of time to come in and see it. It doesn't really have a theme. It's mostly just role play. It's more go with the flow. Um, it's a tea house and eatery, and it's all about chill vibes and relaxation and just enjoying yourself, really. And I have a VIP program where you can do bookings, or you can unlock the main menu for an hour to be a VIP, or unlock the secret menu for an hour to be VIP, which the card will explain. And then you can also be a permanent VIP, which comes with bonuses. And then special bookings are made through the Discord, which I share with my streaming. I will say that the permanent VIP status is not cheap. Like, it is, and it's not cheap because it's meant to be permanent. So, I made it like for people who have lots of gil, essentially, who have gil to waste. But I don't expect it to happen very often. No, it is not 100 mil gil. It's 56 mil gil. It's to cover the wages of staff, is what I did it for. So I did it to cover the wages of staff. So I did it. I figured it was reasonable. It wasn't it's not unreasonable, but it's, oh God, no. No, no. But you get a monthly care package, and then you get 10% discounts on bookings. Bookings are based on the amount of people that like you book for. So it's 500K for 2 people, 1 million for 3 people. For 4 people, it's 2 mil gil. For 5 people, it's 3 mil. For 6 people, it's 4 mil. And then for 7+ people, it's 5 mil. And that just ensures that, like, I'm able to, like, accommodate for that many people, because I have to, like, plan ahead of time. And then I also, it also says that you have to, like, book like a week to 48 hours in advance. So for bookings, you have to make a reservation, and it's through the Discord. But you can show up anytime during the hours that we're open. But if those hours don't work for you, then yes, you have to make a booking and you have to make a reservation, because I have to make time out of my schedule, and I have to ensure that I have staff available during that time, or I have to hire extra people to do that. Or I have to ensure that I'm able to do it all myself. So, I did that specifically so that I would be able to actually make it a worthy experience for everybody. But I put a lot of time and effort into this. So, it's something that I've been planning for like 3 months. And then I have my drink menu right now is like 3 drinks for my main menu with 1 coming out soon. And then I have, for my food menu, I have 3 as well, with 3 coming out soon. So there's stuff coming out to be planned. And then there's a whole secret menu. And I can't share the secret menu with you guys because it wouldn't be secret if I shared it. But I was sharing it, but you guys missed it. So sucks to be you. I tease. But yeah, no, I did spend a lot of time putting this together, and even I've reworked this page multiple times and edited it multiple times. I even changed the photos and stuff. So I finally just got it done. Yeah, I would love for you guys to check it out sometime. That would be really nice. Yeah. And like I said, I really appreciate the raid. I don't get raided very often unless it's by people I know. So we have a small community that supports each other. So it's really special to be rated by somebody that I do not know, and I really appreciate it. What a welcome surprise. Uh and yeah, just that just made my day. Well, we're gonna continue with MSQ. Oh, I even got a sub. I'm gonna cry. Stop it. You guys are so great. Yes, happy tears. I'm just a softie. Don't mind me. So Raoul was entering the Carlian canopy, meeting someone perchance. Or could it be she means to board an airship? Pray look for her within. If she is not on the upper floor, try the landing area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she may have seen something. Ephemy is her name. I shall remain here in case Raoul reappears. Yes, Ilberd. I know. Right, downstairs, probably. I'm not very good with maps sometimes. Yeah, for sure. Enjoy your food. I was supposed to stop streaming at 3, but, like, I'm gonna continue because you guys showed up, so... I feel bad. I'd feel bad if I just ended it with all of you that just showed up. Theosaurian, such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? A social visit, you say. How pleasant. No, I don't have a life. I mean, in a good way. Like, I stream. So, something about me, since you guys are all new here, I am disabled, and I stream, to help me get extra income because disability doesn't pay that much. And so, streaming is my way of trying to make a little bit more. Not that I actually do make anything really from it yet, but I try. And I think that it's fun and it gives me something to do and not go stir crazy. Oh, treasure train. Did somebody... Oh, somebody's gifting subs. Wow. Damn. Now you guys are just trying to make my month, aren't you? Oh, Oh, and I'm not streaming this Wednesday because I'm getting married in real life. So, heads up to everybody who just subbed. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm getting married, so I won't be streaming on Wednesday. It's just like a small wedding at the courthouse, but like we plan on doing like the ceremony and stuff like in a year. Yeah, we're so not streaming the wedding. I know it's a joke, but like that's so not happening. I can't even game right now. You guys are like making me freeze up. Yeah, we did an in-game wedding like back in November for our 9-year or for our 8-year anniversary. Or was it 9-year? It was our 9-year anniversary. Yeah, it was our 9-year anniversary. And then how many? Makina did 20 gift subs. Jesus Christ. So, this is officially the most subs I've ever had in my life. I just want to throw that out there. Most subs ever. Also, this is my second hype train I've ever had. So, there's that. As I'm like, I'm pretty sure Ribby is like laughing his ass off right now. Because I'm just like sitting in game, not doing anything. I'm just like panicking. Looking at chat. I'm not good at multitasking, apparently. You guys have broken me. I'm broken. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, you guys. Is your goal to give everybody a sub or something? Oh yeah, I hope you guys like my emotes. Hey, Glassy Glass, you gotta focus. Oh no, Reggie. It's okay. You get some good sleep, okay? Thank you for coming in and bombing me with your awesome community. Wait, what emote reveal? What's going on? What? Oh. Oh, Vulgar's here too. Hi, Vulgar. Thanks for the gifty gifts. Jesus. This is like the best ever. Yeah, no, I'm officially stun locked. I'm sorry. I'm officially like I'm trying to focus, but the chat's like overtaken my brain. You do this every time you raid someone for the first time? Okay. Okay. That's funny. Okay, what were the emotes? Someone post them for me. Is it a cow, really? Oh no, Damien! Yes, I do have a knife. Okay, okay. You two... Alright, Makita. Have a good night. I'm gonna try not to be stun locked anymore. For everyone leaving, goodbye. Sleep well, eat your foods. Oh, I'm gonna try and breathe. I'm so used to my chat being quiet. I'm so used to, like, not having, like, people talk and not having, like, so much activity that, like, having so much happen was just like, what is going on? Bye, DPS. Okay, a social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger, and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Okay. Nowhere to be seen, you say? And you are sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Where in the seven hells could she have gone? The roost? How could I forget? Greetings, good sir. Might I interest you in some tonic? A cup a day imbues a man with great vigor, if you take my meaning. Hee hee.
Perhaps another time, friend. Wait, that necklace. You are a shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Gridania by way of West Shore Pier. She was attired as a merchant, but these eyes are not as easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows. Thank the 12 for the Domans. Were it not for their unique talents, Rail would have disappeared without a trace. Oh my goodness, I can't click. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Scion. I suggest we follow Rail's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtlessly wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at Sweet Bloom Pier. I am in North America. Primal is in North America, yes. Oh no! Are you guys UK? Are all of you UK? Oh no! That's sad. All of you? All of you. Oh no. That's so sad. Oh shit. Hey, poor Jordan. Thanks for the raid, bud. It's going. I got a raid and then got stun locked into like being bombed with gift subs and shit. But now I'm sad because everybody's from the UK and nobody can see my venue. Unless they make alts or something. Why are all the good people in UK? I'm sorry, Rickety Unicorn. I'm dissing myself too, you know, when I say that all the good people are in the UK.
And I did, and that doesn't mean that there aren't good people in North America either. It just means that, like, I don't know. I'm gonna shut up now. Before I dig myself a hole. I love all of my followers, okay? I love everybody. Ruby Frog! I love you too. I know you're in North America with me. I am very sad though that like all my new friends that I just made can't come to my venue. I'm very sad. I don't think I'm gonna get them to server transfer just for me, Board Jord. I don't think everybody's gonna do that just for me. I am not that special. Yeah, I mean, I mean, they could just make a new character. This way, my friends. Oh my god. Your query makes for the Hawthorne Hut. If Rael is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with her Garlean masters there. An explanation is in order. You are no doubt aware that the Garleans have their own method of communication over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications, and we have installed them around the city-states. In so doing, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Rioli would just have
would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly. Yet, as a well-known face in the Immortal Flame, she cannot move about Thanalan without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. 'Tis for this reason I believe that she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. The Elysian are a common sight here, and her comings and goings are not like to turn any heads. As my scouts tell it, the Garleans have sent agents with a mind to destroy the devices and render such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. We need only make for Hawthorne Hut and catch Rayleigh in the act. Moogle dances. My people report that our quarry has departed for the bramble patch. The ivy returns to the gnarls whence she came, but perhaps it is all for the better. Alright, bye, board Jord. Have fun. To convict someone of her standing will require damning evidence against her. What could be better than to catch her in the act when she meets with her Garlean masters? My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Treat wearily, my friends. Just beyond Rayleigh, as in conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer, an imperial intermediary, no doubt. This is it, with me. Claim Marshal Eleni Rayleigh, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You are followed, you bloody fool. Damnation. You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle, but if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling in the Twelfth Wood when last I looked there was no crime, and neither was conversing with passing strangers? You would feign ignorance then, very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. I will offer no strickle. After all, I have not to hide. Even a warrior of Rayleigh's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she's entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhaps then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now, Zia? So the Scions seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum. And I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of the shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe, so please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. Alright, you guys. I will be right back. Short break, and then I'll be right back. Okie dokie, I am back. Oh. Very short break. I think I am going to call it for the day, you guys. So, it has been a fun day. We have had tons and tons of fun. We got 2 raids. We got the most subs ever. Quite a few new followers. And I was stun locked into not doing anything but just chatting with people and focusing on chat. And it was quite an experience. Thank you so much for joining today, everyone, and I hope to see you all again soon. I should be streaming tomorrow, some more post ARR content. I know I said I was gonna stream Stray, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm wanting to get through some post ARR content, and really push through some stuff. So, because we've been forgetting to do Zia for quite a while. So, just really wanting to get some stuff done with Zia. That being said, we are close to having Stray be done. So by the time we do get around to doing Stray again, it will almost be complete. I hope to see you all again tomorrow, and I hope that you guys have a great day. Bye.